Hey there, folks. It's me, Chris, with a Gig Man's Life. Yeah, baby. It's a Gig Man's Life indeed. And of course, this channel is solely dedicated to the freelance gig economy. You know, being self-employed is everybody out here because doing the gig apps like rideshare, delivery, freelancing on the internet, that's not the only people working for themselves. If you're doing a 40-hour work week job, you're working for yourself there too, because it is what it is, folks. We're out here doing a hustle, and things that can affect a hustle is one of the things that we're always concerned, and we will call out bad actors. Of course, one of the things that I find funny, oh come on, I don't want this one, I want this. Yep. I find funny is this part from Ed Markey on February 4th. The Senate Commerce Committee holds hearings about self-driving cars.
States, but they are outside the United States. In what countries are these employees located?
The Philippines.
Excuse me?
The Philippines.
So they're in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Mr. Pena, that is completely unacceptable. And here's why. Having people overseas influencing American vehicles is a safety issue. The information the operators receive could be out of date.
Lag.
Could introduce tremendous cybersecurity vulnerabilities.
Hacking.
If these people have U.S. driver's licenses.
Ability to understand laws.
Waymo is trying to...
And responsibility for what the vehicle does. Now, I know people are going to just be like, what? You know, this is the future, Chris. Get on board. Well, you know, 10 years of IT security. Yeah, I'm already on board. I've been paying attention for the last 30 years. And you can go and bring up, well, the military uses drones and they work. That's up in the sky, folks. Last time I checked, I was on an airplane. I didn't see people walking across the sky, okay? Cars are down on the ground. And yes, he's talking about lag. You know, that the information they're getting is not up to date. There's going to be, and I will tell you, driving a car requires a person able to make those split-second decisions. You know, because other drivers are fucking idiots. And yes, this is not a channel for children, okay? But anyways, you know, this is what is a major concern. You know, I don't want to go and have people halfway across the country deciding whether little girls will or little boys will live because the car couldn't decide whether or not to stop or recognize the situation. That a ball goes out, somebody might be following it. And of course, you know, no matter what, this is what he's getting at. I don't agree with Mr. Markey on a lot of things, but one of the things I will agree upon is that this affects us if you're going to have support halfway across the country, putting people out of work in this country that could easily do the work, because I've been doing rideshare for the last 3 years now, and on top of it, I work with computers. So it's not too hard for me to show up at a place to monitor this shit. But then it's going to get into air traffic controller situations, which, this is all going to be drug testing, which is an inevitable that these are going to be things that are going to be happening. I do applaud him for trying to protect U.S. jobs, unlike how many other times he didn't. Making sure manufacturing could stay in Massachusetts and not be repackaging and assembly. I'm just saying there, folks. But anywho, yes, this is a really important situation. And as I said about weather, it's funny that Waymo is not operating right now in Boston, but this summer they're coming back out and doing further testing. Yeah, that to me still says I'd rather have somebody behind the driver's seat being able to ascertain a situation and assess it more than a machine and more than somebody halfway around the world doing any assistance when a 2-ton vehicle is driving around in towns, because it's just a question that screams one accident and people are going to be screaming about this. Or you might be distracted by every other thing that is going on in the universe because you're getting told this is bad. How many things are you getting told that are bad after another, to another, to another? I'm only bringing up the facts, folks. I am not bringing up anything that isn't known out there. And if you want to go and treat it like an online game of Halo that you think can be done, or that you think that this is just military drone technology that flies above again, as I said, you don't see people walking in the sky. And if you do, I like to see the drugs you're on. Okay? So, that's it for this video. I gotta get to the next hustle. So, hope you're making money and have a great day.